So I'm just chilling, and Kitty has decided my boob is a perfect place to take a nap. Is it comfy? She's so goddamn cute. I'm actually dressed. It was just a bit cold in here because I had to open up my window because my oven keeps setting off my fucking smoke detector. So I was like, cold air might help. No. No, it did not. So, I'm wearing this for a bit. And today we're going to be streaming some Stardew Valley. I sent out the tweet and all that good jazz. You know, all that shazzle dazzle works. I'm sorry, this is getting me. Okay. Sure. Whatever. I've just been followed by someone who literally has no tweets. Okay, let's go. I was actually, like, right before I started this, I was watching this stupid show. I like makeover shows for businesses. So I was watching Tabitha Takes Over. And I was like, I got this is fun. And I was like, oh, watch My Cat from Hell. So I got like 12 minutes and 35 minutes, 35 seconds into My Cat from Hell episode about the Philly cats. And I was like, I'm streaming though. So, we're gonna stream, and then I'm gonna probably watch some more cats. Because 98% of my existence is cats. I actually went out today, which is amazing. I went out and got some groceries. And went clothes shopping. And by clothes shopping, I mean I bought 2 cardigans and 2 tops. Because I was looking at my wardrobe and I was like, oh shit, I'm starting a new job. They said no graphic t-shirts. I'm gonna need some cardigans. Like, to go over just plain t-shirts and or tank tops. And I was like, okay, I got those. I'm gonna get a couple more tank tops and then we're good. Because I do have some tank tops I could wear, but they're kind of, I got my Pride one. I've got my pink camo one. I've got things, and I have issues. So I was like, buy a couple more. I only have 2 shifts this week, so I should be fine for my current wardrobe, but for next week, let's see. Anyways, start up Stardew Valley because my brain is fried! Like I played 89.5 hours of this game. I'm about to add 2 more to 89.6. Ooh. I'm about to add 2 more hours to that today. This is one of those games that I think I could lose my entire life into. Like, I'm planning at some point to get a Switch. And my friend's like, yeah, I need to get Stardew Valley on the Switch. And I'm like, I will never do anything again. If I get Stardew Valley on the Switch, I'll just be there. Stardew Valley. Now, I want the Switch 98% for Mario Party, Mario Kart, Pokemon games, Animal Crossing. That's all I want. And Smash. I need Smash! Especially since they announced Sephiroth in Smash! My friend, like, literally, it was like 10 o'clock at night, and she texted me, she's like, Sephiroth in the Smash! Like, all in caps, and I was like, motherfucker! I need to buy a Switch! I can't afford a Switch right now! She's like, it's okay, and I'm like, going ham. Yeah, today I went out for soap, because I have to use baby soap, because I have Bobby skin, basically. That skin's like, something touched us. That's an allergic reaction. I'm like, no, please no. So I picked up some of that. I thought it was on sale, but all the kind that was on sale was out. I was like, I need this anyways, so fuck it. And then I bought soy sauce, and then I bought some, I was like on sale, like Oriental, like appetizers. It's not really Oriental. It's like some pot stickers, some spring rolls. It had some chicken balls, and it had some egg rolls, like mini egg rolls. I'm eating them with plum sauce that I've had in my fridge for I don't remember how long, so if I get sick, I blame it on the plum sauce. And I would check the date, but like, I hate it when they put the date like right along here, because it wears out and it's worn out, and I no longer know when I don't know. I don't know when this will expire. I have no clue. I'm just going to assume it is fine. It has not left the fridge. It is fine. I used to see it expired shit when I was a kid too, so fuck it. Okay, explaining that. My mom grew up with my great-grandparents. Like, they pretty much raised her because the family didn't have room at their normal house. So, my mom spent, like, was raised by people that were born in, like, the late, like, early 1900s, if not in the late 1800s. Like, my mom was born in the 60s. So, yeah, it would have been, like, the early 1900s. So, they kind of imposed a lot of Great Depression things onto my mom. And one of them was that my mother used to hoard food. She didn't care if it expired. It was to the point where I remember when I was like maybe 10, my sister would come up all the time, visit, and she'd just go through the things. She's like, what the fuck? She's basically like, Mom, this is expired. This is expired. This is expired. Hi, kitty. Just go through Mom's cabinets and be like, what the fuck, woman? It was ham. It was so ham. And she's gotten better now, mostly because she doesn't really buy groceries anymore. She just eats out and eats toast. She's slowly turned into my grandmother. Because my grandmother, like, I'm buying my grandmother tea for Christmas, because that's what I always do. She drinks, this is what my grandmother does. She eats bread with butter and jam occasionally. And tea. That is all! Occasionally we take her out to eat and she eats something else, but 98% of her diet is bread, butter, jam, and tea. So I'm like, I'm gonna get her some tea. Mom's like, yeah, that she'll love that. And I'm like, I know. I know my grandmother. My grandfather, I used to buy him. He used to drink coffee. And I remember when I was a kid, he used to give us, like, because he grew up with poor, he would give, I remember drinking condensed milk. Like, canned milk. Does anyone else remember drinking, like, not adding it to tea, like, he added it to his tea and coffee and stuff, but I remember one time when I was little, he just poured the can into a glass and gave it to me. I mean, it's delicious, but I don't really think, that's really a normal thing people do. Just be like, good morning, here's some condensed milk. I don't know, that just seems like a weird thing to me now. A lot of my childhood is weird things, because I grew up in the weird era of, I'm technically, like, I'm a later era millennial. If that makes you understand any of my life. Is that my mother? Yes, it is. BRB! BRB! no, because they might need extra hands. Because, well, people have been going to the dollar store like a can. Yeah. Oh, yeah. People are going crazy for the dollar for this year. Like, I think they actually opened up on the stock market like this month because of how well they've been doing for the last little while. Yeah, it's like the Dollarama's been making it in the pandemic. Got like a little less than 2,000 extra in my account. I haven't really been doing much, Mother. I live alone, and there's a pandemic. Christmas Day, I'll probably be here because I'm not working that day. Yeah, I might. I know, I work the 23rd. Yeah. Yeah, and then if I don't have, like, I know I work on the 26th. Yep, and I work on the 23rd. Yeah, and we'll see what my other job does, because they might be like, oh, we need you on Christmas Eve. That's a typical thing for commercial stuff, like stores. Oh yeah, I'm cool with that. I'd like the money. Yeah. Oh yeah, that might be a good thing, and I always usually get every second weekend off. And then, yeah, if we plan it a bit more ahead, I'm sure I'll be able to get it off in my other job too. Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. I'm going to be lazy. I'm probably just gonna eat junk food. Yeah, I'll probably, yeah, like at work, I'll probably have a good meal the day before, because I think that week we're doing all like, kind of Christmassy meals. Oh, not getting too stressed out. It's only 2 to 9:30, so that's not a long shift. Yeah. You too. Me too. Bye. You are a tiny little crackhead. You know you are. Sorry about that. Chris is planning with my mother. She's like, well, if you're fine being home alone, I'm like, it's fine. It's not the end of the fucking world. There's a pandemic, okay? I understand a lot of things I normally will do may not happen. That is just the fact of life at this point. Egg. 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 I forgot to... Need to upgrade my coop. Alright. Choco! Move! I need to harvest this shit. Choco's like, no, this now belongs to me, woman. Yes, I've given my chicken a cow voice. I mean, my cat voice. You don't know, like, I've given my cat a certain voice. Like, I attribute that sound to my cat and my cat only. I'm like, this is the kitty voice. Mother, mother, I own this. I own this. What is this? Fall? What season is this? What season? I don't know. My brain's dying. Can't. Out of season. And this is spring. Thank you. Thank you for all your honks. You do what you need to, honey. I'm gonna go buy some more seeds. Do the normal shit. Actually, I'm gonna bring wood and see if your mother will build me a bigger coop. Just be like, hey, mother-in-law. Just in case. All of my ducksoos are having a good times. Oh, the grand old ducksoos. Probably also really gonna eat some egg. I'm drinking all my water. Today's been a weird day for me. I slept really weird last night because like it just my brain was like, we're not turning off, and I'm like, but we need to, and it's like, nah, fam. Garlic, 10 should be good. Thank you! I'm leaving. See you later, my homeboy Pierre. In case anyone was wondering. Homeboy Pierre is still homeboy, okay? Linus is my boy. Pierre is homeboy. There's a difference. Deluxe cool. We shall upgrade my coop. Thank you. Give me bigger coop. Much coop, many wows. Actually, we'll go this way. It's cooler. Lannis, what are you doing? You over here, bud? By your fire? You keep going all year? No, he's not in his house. Oh, one thing I'm still super slightly aggro about. Here you go, Linus. I was just like, he's like, that's one of the reasons I moved here was for a great library, and I'm like, sword. Sword, Linus. I came here to fight. And farm, obviously, but 98% to fight. No, but nothing in here today. Thank you, apricot. Beads. Bead. Bead. Can I get you to move? Move. Scratch! You're in the way! Scratch! Thank you, Scratch. Forget about her. That bitch can't eat her quota. Gogeta, make sure you have a good day, okay, baby? Mwah. Gogeta, Gogeta, ha ha ha, Gogeta. No bandwagon today. Good, I've been meaning to get over here. Let's go. Let's go! I think I've become slightly overpowered. Like I just got this one katana and I'm just like a beast with it. I got a katana for the long way round. Still need to figure out what to do with Master Cannoli there. Either way, I found something that looks slightly rare, so taking it back. I love this. I love how tranquil this feels. It feels so beautiful. Sorry. This has got such like little peaceful little vibes. It kind of reminds me of like. Here's a weird thing. Okay. When I was a kid, I used to have like the early Link games, like the Game Boy ones, and I used to play them, and that gives me like some really old school like Game Boy Legend of Zelda vibes. I think that's why I'm so bad at like all the like later like 3D ones, is because I grew up playing like the little 2D crap ones, like 8-bit things. So I was like, what is this? Like, I got so stuck in Wind Waker as a kid. Like, I literally was calling my friend, being like, I don't know, I'm just going around in circles. She's like, what the fuck? How are you going around in circles? I'm like, I don't know. I want help. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, okay? She's like, Jesus Christ. It's still not meaning it, mostly because like, they don't have it for systems anymore. Please tell me you got new hats. God damn it. I want a good hat. But you never change up your hats. It's kind of sad. Also, like, my favorite things about what I've done is that I've named myself Mona. I'm a dude. I was just like, I'm gonna just give myself the most confusing thing ever. I think I actually just didn't realize I'd actually made myself a dude and was just like, what the fuck is this? The fuck are you? The fuck are you? You want fish? The fuck is this? You're kinda cute. It's like the fattest cat that ever lived. I love him. And I'm gonna actually maybe try fishing again, I don't know. But that fucking fat ass cat is my life now. Like, maybe if I feed him some, can I buy fish? I'm gonna go talk to Willie. See if I can buy a fish from Willie. And if I can't, oh well, it might be too late. Yeah, it's too late to go talk to Willie. I'll talk to Willie tomorrow. And maybe I can get a fish for that fat ass cat. It looked like I wanted a catfish too, to be honest. It was the sprite form, but it looked like that's what they wanted. Of course it just gave me a rock. And it gave you a rock. Remember when they used to sell those and be like, this is a pet? People were like, you're old. I know. I'm so old. So old, people. You may never understand. I love you. I'm going to bed, hon. I saw a fat ass cat and I want to see if Willie can give me some fish for it. I still have not yet figured out how to actually fish in this game, but I've given up and I'm going to eat a dumpling. I got a pot sticker. See? Off-brand, Walmart. I think it was like Great Value brand too. Like Walmart's brand. In terms of my cheap hoe, that's what I bought. Even my soy sauce is the cheap Walmart version that has less sodium because I have high blood pressure. Yay! And I'm gonna use to make udon one of the days this week. That cuboid chip. I know I'm notoriously bad for eating on streams, but sorry. Not really that sorry. What the f- It looks so pretty! Husband, what have you done? I love it! It's so magical! Apparently I was mumbling last night. Hello. I've said hello to what the ducks. One down. Boom. No, do not eat the dandelion. Not right now. He's making some noise. And also, like, this pop has entirely lost its color. This, there is no more fizz in this pop. Probably because it's from, like, earlier today. No. I'm not getting you sardines. That's not a thing that's happening today. So what was I doing? I got cuboids. Cuboids and my boy Willie. I can never go back here. There's nothing back here though, so fuck it. Let's see the cuboids. I'm pretty sure I remember which one it is. It's this one, right? I think it's for the storeroom. So I need to bring one cauliflower and one parsnip. And one bean. A single bean. Let's go check on our boy Willie. See if I can buy a fish from Willie. Willie, I'd like a fish. I don't want to actually fish, because I don't know how that mechanic works. So I'm just gonna see if you will sell me fish. And then I can feed the weird cat thingy. And if not, then I'm going to attempt to fish. And I shall fail. Willie shot. Willie! Ooh. I got a cockle. Cockles and mussels, alive, alive. Fish, so I'm just gonna have to attempt to fish. I don't know what I'm doing. I hate this minigame. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. And they're like, wait, Archie, why are you doing it? Because I want to see what the cat man will do! I want to feed the fat ass cat! I may not be able to even catch what he wants, but I want to try. That thing. Also, the top I got with my lunch, I got a donair wrap, aka not a donair on a pita. If you don't know what a donair is, it's like a maritime version of a gyro. Except we like give it like a sweet sauce, because God forbid us if we just use tzatziki, but I love tzatziki, don't judge me, tzatziki is great. But donair sweet sauce. It's always just like usually tomato and onions. I add it with lettuce and green peppers as well. And it's just like a tortilla wrap. It was good! Not normally what people have when they have a donair. Usually it's on a pita with the... I don't think I'm gonna be able to cancel. Well, I understand the minigame now! I think I have a good rod, actually, at home. Pick up this shit over here. I'm gonna go accept that sardine thing, get this dial in, get some money. Make her like me. I like no one in this town except for Linus and my hubby. And of course the people that do shit for me, like Clint and my homeboy Pierre. And Robin, aka my mother-in-law. Which is a weird thing to say now. I was like, that's my mother-in-law. Which one's Evelyn again? That's right, it was the old lady. See her? Oh, there she is. I'm gonna go home, drop off this shit, and see if I can grab my good fishing pole. I don't think I could sell it. I think I tried, and I was like, damn it, it's not gonna let me sell it! And I said, way, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's on your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. Help you in a way you never forget about me. Did I actually sell it? Oh no, I didn't. I was right. I was right. It didn't let me sell it. I was like, pretty sure it wouldn't let me. Like, I tried. It was like, new. It was like, I don't want it. It's like, but new. go. I want the fish for the fat ass cat. My nose. My nose! I was like, things are starting to actually look like winter around here, and I'm appreciating that as someone who loves winter. Because, number one, I like being cold. Number two, it's like one of the few seasons where my allergies don't kill me. And also just like, I hate heat. I'm one of those weird mortals that's like, heat? I don't mean like heat from like your house or some shit. No, I mean like actual like, summer kills me. Summer's like, I drink liters upon liters of water. I still feel like I'm about to pass out. It's not good. Well, I'm gonna give up fishing in that location because I'm just finding shit that I do not want. Fuck it. Let me in! In there. Fill the dirt too. Fair. I don't judge you, hon. I still love the starry background that you put here. It's beautiful and I love it. It's like you finally were fishing. You got some leveling up, and I'm like, there's a reason. I think I tried like 5 times when I first got the pole, and then I gave up. I raged. I was like, nah. Don't worry, I'm actually almost done. I also had way too much plum sauce with all of this. Whatever. Just smother it in plum sauce. Just smother it! I think I bought the plum sauce because I got like local egg rolls one night and I was like, I like these egg rolls. And I was like, I'll get plum sauce. And then I was like, the cheapest one is a giant jug. Fuck it. Good egg roll. Much wow. Mini wow. Love you. Why is that taking over my... What the fuck happened here? I had shit planted. The fuck? I had shit here! What the hell?! Put all this shit away. gonna try to fish again today. So I'm gonna get something for that fat ass cat. I think it's a fat ass cat. Could be a tanuki. It's probably not a tanuki. All I know is that it's fat. I want it. Kind of looks like, you ever see like, what's it? It's like at IKEA, it's like a giant floppy ass bear where it's just like 98% body. Down. Thank you. Lily's probably gonna be proud of me. Lily's like, oh my god, you've actually started using the pole I gave you. It's a proud day for Willy. Let's go do 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 fishing time, do 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 fishing time, do 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 fishing time. I don't know why I'm saying fishing time, but let's go! Been streaming like almost an hour now. Well, this thing's moving up, it's like nearly impossible. I hate this. I hate this so much. It is so hard. Like, the click ratio for this is bullshit. Why can't it be like, click really fast? If you click really fast, you should get it going. Get it going. Get it going. Ba-na-ba-na-na-na-na-na. We don't have to talk, we don't have to dance, we don't have to smile, we don't have to beg friends. It's so nice to meet you, let's never meet you. Why can't the fishies just fuck off? Like, look at it, even my sprite looks like they're done with it. They're done. That's right, Mona. We're done with this bullshit. That's actually, like, part in my name. Thank God! God fucking... My neighbors, like, one of my neighbors told me, he's like, I can hear you because they're, like, on the wall. Like, the walls are super thin in between us. I'm like, oh, you hear my streaming. You don't think I stream, do you? Oh, no. He's like an older guy. So he probably doesn't even know what streaming is, to be quite honest, so... All he knows is that I'm yelling at my computer for... Well, he doesn't even know what I'm doing. He just knows I'm yelling for periods of time for, like, 2 hours. In a row, just randomly. My poor neighbors. I'm still looking for like a 1-bedroom to move into. I saw one recently. The ceiling weirded me out. It had like the kind of like tile-y ceilings, like those. Like, remember what you had in like elementary school, like those kind of things? Like that was what's smaller and decorative. I was like, your girl is an asthmatic. If dust builds up in those as much as I think they would, like, I was like, no. And then also, like, I was kind of hoping to have, like, a little bit of an entryway, or if my door went directly outside, like, a little bit of an entryway, and if not, then, like, okay, I give up! Ugh, I hate this. We're doing it again. But, yeah. It didn't have, like, a little entryway, and it led right outside. I was like, okay, we'll run out. And, like, other than that, I would have probably taken it, but I was like... And like one of the windows was shattered. He's like, yeah, I just found out about that today. I'm like, I've lived in a place that's worse. But like, it was a good price too, and it's like right in my area, like literally a block away from where I live. Like on the other side of the school. That's right across from me. So I was like, that's pretty good, but I was like, I like it, but no. Also, like, no laundry in building. And even though, like, I'm not that far from the laundromat, I don't want to spend money at the laundromat, because that's a lot of money. We don't have to talk, we don't have to dance, we don't have to smile, we don't have to be friends. It's so nice to meet you, let's never meet again. Also, yeah, just in case you're wondering, I am this much of a dumb bitch. Like, this thing is a dick. Like, the amount of bullshit that is this whole fishing mechanic, I hate it. Maybe it's easier on like console or something, but right now this is... I hate it. I hate this mechanic so much. Like, that used to be one of my favorite things to do in like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon, was just go fishing. And this I'm like, no. What the fuck was that? Was it Cthulhu's cousin? Willie! I found a sea monster! Willie's come to judge me. Oh no, he's just fishing off my ass. I've given up, Willie. I've given up. I've been fishing forever. I don't know how you do this, Willie. About ready to lose it! Mick, lose it! You've been here 3 years, dude. Chill. Hi, honey. Feels weird to talk to him outside my house now. Weird. It's like, hi. You left the house? How you two doing? There. Bye. I like how none of them really acknowledge that I'm technically like their in-law. Like no one's like, hey, that's my in-law. Not at all. Just no recognition. Just like, hi. I married your son. Well, one of your sons. Yeah, one of Robin's other name was. I guess it's across the void. Yes, it's across the goddamn void. I don't know how to fix this. I'm assuming it's something to do with the cuboids. Let's head back home. Back home we shall go someday. I've been like really prolific the last like week or so with my fanfictions, and I'm feeling very proud. And also being slightly prolific with art. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with me? Not with my webcomic though. I need to work on that. That's probably gonna be a certain thing this week. We're gonna leave. I got how many? Yeah, I'll probably work on it Wednesday, Thursday. Cause tomorrow I'm gonna be busy. I work at my other job. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'll say a 1 for the money, a 2 for the show, a 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, but don't you step on my blue suede shoe. Well, you can do anything but stay off of my blue suede shoes. I wish I knew, like, what triggers the random hugs. Because if so, I would abuse the fuck out of that. Like, after I finish this game, I'm probably going to start more ones. I have another one that I think I'm just going to delete the file of. And also, like, for some reason, I still have, like, my sister's worlds on mine. But, like, I'll probably start another one after this because I adore this game. It's so much fun. Might change up, like, from the basic farm layout for this one because I just went basic this time. I love you. Once again, love for my husband. First thing you do, you love your husband. There's an order to things in life, but number 1 shall always be and always consist of love for husband. Swear to God, when this pandemic's over, I'm gonna be like hamming to get a girlfriend. So if y'all don't know, I'm gay! I'm a lesbian! I'm sapphic. I keep forgetting that term. I keep forgetting the term that includes non-binary people, but I'm just like, I'm like rainbow lesbian. I'm gay. I just go with I'm gay 98% of the time. People are like, gay, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gay. You know what that means, right? Please don't tell me I have to tell people what gay means. What was it? A little bit ago, me and my friend were hanging out. We're discussing things, like, back in high school, and I was like, oh yeah, do you remember, like, back in, like, elementary school? Well, the teacher was, like, going on about, like, people being like, you should call people gay, and I'm like, gay means happy, and they're like, well, yes. Like, their brains were just like, I mean, technically? And I'm just there like, that's what I always understood the term to mean, and they're like, this is more of the hurtful way of saying gay? Like, remember back, like, in the, like, the early 2000s, people actually thought it was an insult to be like, you're gay. I'm just like, yeah, I am. I see you to notice. Keyboards. And milk the cow! Get over here, Hattori! You need milking! Thank you. Oh no, can I start going? Yes, I can. I have goat milk. This new week, yes, I'm gonna give some goat milk to Linus. I feel like he would appreciate goat milk. Got some leeks. Here you go. Let's doing fine. Let's go. To the keyboards, and then of course to give Linus some goat milk. I hope he likes it. I think that's something he would like. It's from my farm. He usually likes things I grow myself. He usually likes things from the farm. Those are usually pretty good up on the list of things. Oh wait, yeah, I need goat milk for this. Oh, I need a large goat milk, okay. Sweet Linus, you're gonna have to wait. Assuming once he gets a bit healthier, Gogeta will start giving me large things. Gogeta, one day you shall give me large. I have a problem, people. Do you think case you weren't aware, I have a problem. It's called I don't know what the... Oh my god, I got a skull. Fucking mint! I'll give it to Linus. Actually, no, I won't. I don't think Linus... Hey Linus, here's some goat milk. Oh, I love you. I will still never understand why I instantly attached myself to the homeless man, but I did. And I thrive off my friendship with him. Like, husband came second, Linus came first. I was like, no, this is my boy. This is my boy. No one shall disturb me and my boy. I just looked at Linus and was like, mine. Perfect bro material. Ooh, berries. 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 I got a pomegranate. I've actually eaten a pomegranate once in my life. It was long ago, probably in like 2009, around then. My stepmother's sister, so my step-aunt. I don't know if I can call them that anymore because I haven't talked to any of them in forever. But like, she brought over a pomegranate. This was before like it actually became like a thing and people had it. It was kind of weird at that time, and she was like, here's a pomegranate. We're like, what the fuck? And we ate it. It was weird. I did not like it. I was like, not like 98% of like fresh foods things people got me, and that was one of those ones when I was like, I hate every part of this. Like, for the love of Chipalooshi, save me. Like, I used to eat boiled spinach with my granddad. My granddad. My papa. For some reason, one of my grandparents on my asshole dad's father, we called him Papa for some reason. I don't know why. It just became something. We're just like, that's Papa. And like, I liked my Papa, but then like my mother told me years later, she's like, oh, you wouldn't have liked him. Like, when he was younger, when I first met him, he was kind of an asshole. Like, he was, and I was like, oh. She's like, yeah, he mellowed out in age, but like back when I first met him, like he threatened to beat them things, and I'm like, oh. And he's like, yeah, their mother was the same, and I was like, okay, I understand why they're all fucky wucky. She's like, yes, unfortunately that is why. Cause that was one thing, like, my mother's parents were kind of like not entirely cool either. Like, they got better, but like, their big thing was that my mother had my sister when she was 16, and my grandfather was like, get out. Which was funny, because I'm like, you didn't even live with them. She's like, I know. And I'm like, okay. So like, for a while, my grandfather just disowned my mother, and then eventually came back in. But like, for a year or two of my sister's life, she was just, my granddad was apparently like, disowned. And I was like, granddad was like that? She's like, yeah. Yeah, he was. Why? He just didn't. He got really uppity for some reason. I'm like, he didn't even raise you. I'm like, I know! I'm like, okay, Mom. There are certain things you learn over time about your family where you're like, oh, that's a little fucky-wucky. And then you're like, oh, that's why it's fucky-wucky. Also, I'm getting fucky-wucky from, like, this new YouTuber. I've been watching that, like, tears down MLMs, like, multi-level marketing shit, and, like, bad companies. And I'm like, ooh, I like this. This is my kind of shit. But, like, one of her things is that she's like, that's a bit fucky-wucky. And I'm like, I like this term. I'm going to start using it. So I've just randomly now just been like, fucky-wucky. And it came from that. Anything else up there with Master Cannoli? Okay. Let's go down here. Is there an area where I can get back there? I still don't understand how I'm supposed to get to like half of these areas. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'm like, how do I get there? Let's see if that fat cat even is still there. Yo, fat ass cat, you still there? Get about her. That bitch can need her harder. Yeah, he's still here. Fucker. What's that sound bite? I don't know. I feel it though. In my soul. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. I still don't understand how the fuck I get down there. We're flying high, no ceiling when we're in our zone. So I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good song in my brain, that heartbeat in my body when it starts. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off orbit, moving so phenomenally. No more rocket where you rock it, so don't stop. Under the nights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. While you move, well you already know. Just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Get the good beating up on you, so just dance, 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 dance. All the things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Can't stop the feeling. 'Cause when you dance, 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 can't stop the feeling. When you dance, dance, dance. I may have a problem, people. Just saying. Oh shit, do you ever not break into song? No. Breaking into musical numbers is my shit. Love you. Go ahead, you sleep. Good boy. I go to bed, Stuss. Fucking hate my mic. Good job! Good job, Yashi! My steps. I did fucking 6,000. Lame. Lame. Sorry, I have like a knockoff Fitbit. That because my eczema is being a bitch, I cut a hairband in half. Like a hair thing. I got at the dollar store, it's super soft material. And then I sewed the halves together to make like little wristbands to like go underneath it so that it doesn't chafe my skin. Which I mean is working, but like at the same time I feel like back in high school. Because back in high school I used to wear the like fingerless glove things and wristbands. That was my thing. Along with wearing 98% men's clothing. I was a weird motherfucker. Like a very weird motherfucker. And I thought I used to like men back then. I'm like, what the fuck? Buddy! Why were you on that train where you actually thought you liked men? It was quite obvious that you were gay. Oh, sweet, I got that large goat milk. Sweet, I can give that to the cuboids. I think I can just like put crystals in that thing and just remix it. Be like, but bro. Boo. Also, I still don't know how to get like a white chicken. I don't know. Because like I need a white egg apparently, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm debating whether I'm gonna have to get a sheep. I think I'm gonna have to get a sheep. Going to the cuboids, I'll be back. Nothing I can see but you when you swing, swing, swing. Ain't nobody moving, so to keep swinging. One of my coworkers, she's an older lady, and she's like, "Oh, you have such a good voice. Why didn't you like go to America's Got Talent? Like go to like one of the singing competition things?" I'm like, you realize number one how good you have to be to win those, and number two, you think I could get to one of those places when I was a kid? I was a poor kid. Like, going to Moncton was, like, a big deal. Like, that is not happening. I was like, I mean, I know the feels where I'm just looking at people like, I don't want to call you boomer, but things aren't that easy anymore. They really aren't. Like, I do like singing, and like when I was a kid, I actually thought, I was like, I can make this a career. No. I am not good enough at singing to make this my job. I'm good. Not that good. There's a certain level of goodness you have to be. Like, I was around Bieber's age when I was the same age as Bieber. Like, I think he's actually younger. He might be younger. Here you go, Linus. A leak. Thank you, Linus. He's like, well, I'm gonna sit here and contemplate my life. 5:30, water and self-loading. I'm booked. Also, like, one of those things, like, I used to be, like, I've improved a lot more on my singing over the last, like, couple of years. Like, when I was younger, I used to sing, like, with more, it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, like, a bit more wavily. Now I go, it goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, the mighty fall, and the mega lift, the baffled king composing, hallelujah. Like, one of the things that, like, I've had occasionally people stop me, like, when I'm singing, and they're like, you should do this professionally. I'm like, not happening, but okay. Like, I appreciate that you like my singing voice, but I don't think you understand how hard it is to get into that kind of world. Like, one of the reasons was one of my ex-roommates, she got into it because we were out doing Halloween-y stuff, and I just started singing, the music of the night, close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams, put your thoughts of the life you knew before, close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar, and you'll live as you never lived before. And she's like, you could be a professional singer. And I'm like, number one, even though I'm good at singing, like, I cannot dance and sing. Like, not at all. I can barely walk and sing. I do not have the lung strength to do that. And also, I can't do a lot of long notes, especially, like, a lot of female singers, like, you ever heard that song? You can do it, I can do better, I can do anything better than you. Where it's like she just goes on this ridiculous long note, and he's like, where do you keep all that air? She's like, Like, typically girls can sing for longer notes. I know. Like, I'm trying to think of a song where it's like, I'm trying to think of a song where it has like a really long. I'll just. And I said, that's about as long as I can go. I think my heart will go on and on. Like, and depending on the height of a note, I sing, like, rather low for a girl, I think. I don't know. I'm not like Janis Joplin. Like, if you ever heard, because I'm a music nerd, okay? If you ever listened to, like, Janis Joplin, like, she has a certain voice to her. Like, certain gravel to her voice. It's kind of similar to, I want to say Billie Eilish, where they, like, have a little bit gravelier of a voice. Or, like, Bob Dylan, that kind of thing. Where it's, like, their voice is slightly rough, but people still like it. That kind of, yeah, that kind of dealio. But, like, I don't know how to describe it the best way. I think it's just kind of, my family I just have a bit of a weird voice, I think, for singing. And it's not the typical voice that they like. Like, I'll see another song. Like, one singer I tried to emulate, especially when I was younger, was, Amy Lee from Evanescence. In the doorway of alarm clock, screaming monsters calling my name. Let me stay where the wind will whisper to me, where the raindrops as they're falling tell a story. Like that kind of voice. But like, one of the things like I sing a lot is operas. Like, operas and musicals, like, 'cause I am a big, blonde, and beautiful. I'm the same, but irrefutable. Why sit in the bleachers, timid and afraid, when you can call you the whole parade? Also, yes, I have listened to Hairspray, the musical, way too many times. I was obsessed with it when the movie came out. Another one was, if this is a weird one, I always say this to people because, like, people are like, hey, have you ever, like, what musicals have you listened to? I'm like, I'm listening to Repo Man, Hairspray, of course, like, the classics of, like, Phantom of the Opera, which I didn't actually see the movie up until I was about in high school, but I had the book. I had a book that was cat versions of it. Don't judge. But I knew all the songs. I listened to that. And one of the other ones was The Producers. Now, The Producers is a bit of a weird musical to recommend. It's got Timon, like the voice actor for Timon plays one of them. And it also has, for some reason, the guy who plays Elf, like, you know, the guy from the first Lego movie. Yeah, that guy. He's in it. And he plays an ex-Nazi soldier. It's a weird movie. It's one of those things where I'm like, if you get easily offended, this is not the musical for you. But, like, basically the whole plot is that they're trying to scam, like make a lot of money out of a flop of a musical, and a flop of a stage play, like Broadway play, and they choose the worst script, like the worst, and they're like, it's basically like a love letter to Hitler. It's bad, and then they get the gayest, most terrible director to do it, and they're like, oh, it's bad, and like they make the worst acting choices by like. Originally, it was going to be the scriptwriter. He was going to play Hitler, and then he broke a fucking leg. So then it became the gay man. But like it's one of those things where it's like, this movie is just a train wreck. It has like one of the ladies' names, like I can't remember where she was from, but her name is Ura Ingen Hansen Fransen Janssen Warren Harris Fides Swanson. That's it. I think, or something like stupid like that. But you can call me Ura or something like that. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. But like one of the fucking musical bits, like some of them are really bad. And one of the running jokes is just a bunch of people named Elizabeth as their like middle name. But one of the songs, no matter what you do on the stage, keep it light, keep it bright, keep it gay. Whether it's murder, mayhem, or rage, don't complain, it's a pain, keep it gay. People want laughter when they see a show. The last thing they're after's a litany of woe. A happy ending will pep up your play. Oedipus won't bomb if he winds up with mom. Keep it gay, keep it gay, keep it gay. Like that level of, I don't know if you should be saying any of what you said. And like all the musical numbers are pretty much like that. Like almost every single one of them is a little bit where you're like, are you sure we can say this? Like what was another one? We can do it. We can do it. There's no if, no, I know why. We can do it. And like, one of the main numbers, which is actually from the play, was Springtime for Hitler and Germany. Like, it's a very, very risque movie, and I remember I saw it first when I was like, I might have been 12. I was pretty young when I saw that movie, because it's one of my stepbrother's favorite films, and he was like, "You're watching this with me," and I was like, "Alright." And like, I still have, sorry, I have a bit of the coughs today, because of asthma, but no, one of like the, I only have like Keep It Gay on my Spotify playlist, because I'm like, that's the one I feel less like that's the one I feel the least like bad about listening to. Mostly because I'm gay and I'm like, it's just a funny song. But like, I've watched so many like weird things over my years where I'm just like, other people will probably think I'm crazy for like quoting this shit. I'm like, eh. But yeah, like, I started off talking about singing, didn't I? Wow, good job, me. We've gone full circle, folks. I have lost my goddamn mind. But anyways, yeah. That was like one of those musicals I remember growing up and listening to. That, and like, some like musical Disney films. Like, I was really obsessed with The Little Mermaid as a kid. But I didn't have the original Little Mermaid on on like VHS or something. I had the Disney, like the direct-to-DVD sequel. I'm not joking. Yes! Sheeners, no! Usagi. Okay, yeah, the shit I was gonna do. Light shot. heater just in case. I should make sure that all of my babies are warm. I got a bunny now. Should have got more bunnies, but like, I have a bunny. Okay. No one can take away excitement over bunnies. Which is so funny because I'm like, I'd never get a bunny in real life. Like, no, that would be my thing. There's the second heater.
Hi, Usagi. Hi, baby. Oh, hey, no, baby girl. How you doing, Gogeta?
My babies! Anyways, back to weird shit. Yeah, I watched the fucking direct-to-DVD, direct-to-VHS sequel for My Little Mermaid. I mean, My Little Mermaid! My Little Mermaid, My Little Mermaid, ha ha ha. I mean, The Little Mermaid. And, like, that was my shit. Like, I used to be able to sing all the songs. Now the only one I really remember is Up and Dip and Dare and Dash, Adventurers / Explorers. We're up and dip and dare and dash, Adventurers / Explorers. We'll save the day, make a splash, up, dip and dare and dash. For 3 and 3 for 1, adventure car. Here we come. I still remember the entire plot of that movie, which is the worst part. I remember directed DVD VHS, and I had the VHS. I also remember watching, like, the second Lion King one, I think. It was the one where, like, his daughter fell in love with, like, one of Scar's kids. It was weird. It was, like, I remember finding that movie weird, but I liked it. Because I was a slut. I was, like, a bad kid for that kind of shit. Like, I don't think I ever... Those were the only 2, like, off-brand Disney things. Like, I saw Lion King 1.5, but that was, like... That was good. Like, that came out when I was probably, like... it came out, and I had it on DVD, and it had, like... The... Would you like to be a millionaire? And it had a karaoke scene, and, like, you could find, like... If you watched the movie, you could see a bunch of Disney things, and if you, like, pause, you could find them. It was good. I remember that. I remember we also used to have, like, a Disney kind of board gamey thing, where it was, like, Disney trivia. I can't remember what system we had that on. I think it might have been PlayStation? I can't remember. There was other weird shit I did when I was a kid. Oh, here's one that I saw recently, actually. Someone on TikTok being like, anyone else have seen this movie? And I'm like, Troll in Central Park? Yes, I did. I also saw a movie called Little Princess, which was dark. It made me cry, but I loved it. No, I watched Troll in Central Park, Secret of Nim. I like Troll in Central Park. I also have a DVD of We're Back. If you don't remember what the fuck that is, it is basically dinosaurs are given cereal that makes them smart and are brought into New York City to go to the Museum of Natural History to grant kids wishes for seeing dinosaurs. It has some really fucked up scenes. And it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know why I love it, but I do. And like one of its songs is actually on my playlist too. Roll back the rock to the dawn of time and sing this song with me. It's good, Gerard Goodman. I can't not. That man has a voice of my childhood. Another like weird shit that I remember watching as a kid. I know I'm not really playing the game at this point, but I'm sorry. I'll just tend to my farm and talk. What other shit? Oh god. I remember like Ruby Gloom. That was on like white TV. There's a lot of like weird shows. I remember like My Dad is a Rockstar, and it like had some weird Gene Simmons like Kiss vibes for some reason. It was weird. Jimmy Two Shoes. Fuck that show. It's from Quebec. I hated it. There's a lot of weird shit I remember watching. Ren and Stimpy. I watched Animaniacs a lot as a kid. I remember watching... Fuck, what else did I watch? And the weird thing was that I spent a lot of my childhood in front of the TV because, number one, my mom lived in town and didn't let us out that much. And then my dad just didn't care, so we just spent a lot of time watching TV. And, like, it was to the point where, if you don't know, I have CPTSD, and one of my big things when I was really young was that I needed to suck my thumb. I sucked my thumb until I was probably 10, maybe 12? I sucked my thumb for a very long time, and, like, they tried everything. My dad, not so successfully, with stupid methods like putting hot sauce all over my thumb. Then they tried the painting my nails. Nothing worked. The only thing that worked was that my brother-in-law threatened to take away my TV if he saw me sucking my thumb, and I stopped. Because I was like, you're gonna take this comfort item away from me? By taking the other one? I need that one more. And then I just stopped. And I had fucked up teeth because of it, because for a lot of years, I still have, like, a bit of an overbite, but I used to have a really bad one. Like, my teeth, these teeth would poke out of my mouth. Like, I couldn't really close my mouth. Like, I can do this now. When I was younger, I couldn't. Like, this was always sticking out. It was sticking out above my lip. It was bad. It was super bad. I had bunny teeth. Maybe that's why I was obsessed with bunnies as a kid. And also because my sister gave me a bunny plush that I still have to this day. But yeah. That was, like, one of my weird things that I did as a child. Was just, like, the weird little quirks I had. But I watched so much TV that I just knew a bunch of shit. My mainstay was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2003 series. That was my jam. I remember watching Winx Club. The thing is, like, a weird little side section of... I'm like, I know I watched this, but I remember none of it. I also used to have a Bratz game. That, at one sleepover, me and my friends, well, mostly my friends, because I would fall asleep, literally spend all night trying to fucking beat it. It was like on my GameCube or some shit. I want to bring that up next time we go out drinking. I'd be like, you remember the fucking Bratz game? And she's gonna be like, oh, fuck yeah. It was like a Bratz game. It was stupid, I remember. It was so stupid, but, like, we played the shit out of it. What other weird shit did I do? Cause a weird little baby. Sitting in the back of the truck, in the bed of the truck, going to the beach. Remember that? I also remember when it wasn't really that frowned upon to just leave a kid on the wharf. Like, I can't imagine that happening, like, 10 years ago. But, like, when I was a kid, I remember vividly being like 2 a.m. us being put in my dad's truck. I mean, he wasn't a good dad, but still, like, people let him do this. And no one questioned this. But, like, he would just stick us in the truck. We'd have our blankets. I slept with a tweed blanket, if I remember correctly. Yes, I still beat the small children out of it this year. Anyways, moving on. Yeah. I remember being wrapped in my Tweety blanket, my thin-ass Tweety blanket that I used for years. Like, I don't think I got rid of it up until, like, a couple years after I moved out, because I brought it with me. I think I left behind, like, my princess duvet that they eventually replaced my Tweety blanket with, because my stepmom was like, this is really old. I'm gonna get you a new one, and then she just got me this, like, princess thing when I was, like, 13. So, it didn't really get used! I mean, it was kinda, effort was kinda there. Like, 98% of the things that my dad says were kinda fucky-wucky a lot of the times, like... I owned the same blanket for years and years. I had the same pillowcases. I never got rid of those. One of them had a blood stain from a very bad nosebleed I had once. I'm not kidding. It was like a legit blood stain on it. And then, like, what other weird weird shit was there. Like, I had a blood stain on my pillow. I slept on a box spring until one time when I was away, my dad needed to use my bed for some reason and slept on it, and number one, broke my bed frame. And then also realized that his daughter had been sleeping on a fucking box spring for years. So he bought me a fucking, like, actual, like, this mattress that was bigger than my bed, but it was so thin. It was so thin, and it would just slide off. And I remember I would slide, like, it would slowly slide off as I slept at night. I hated that thing. Like, now I'm debating getting one because I have a bad back, but, like, back then I was like, what the fuck is this? Now looking back on it, that's probably didn't help my whole back situation. I threw out my back when I was, like, 19, for context, and, now I just have a bad back. But, like, back then, it was, like, I slept in a box spring for years. Years! I have a fucking bad back! Why the fuck was I sleeping in a box spring? Why did it take that long for anyone to notice? And, like, that's not, like, the only, like, weird little fucky-wucky things I remember. Like, oh, I got bit by a dog when I was really young. And I've probably told this story, like, so many times, but I just think it's one of those things where I'm just like, there's no excuse for this other than I just didn't care. Like, I was in my dad's lap, and I was outside, I got bit, I ran inside the place where he was staying with a friend he was talking, and he set me on his lap. I was bleeding. Like, I had gotten bitten here and my side, and I was so bad on my side I got stitches. Here I didn't need stitches, but it was, like, bad. And I remember vividly, he just sat me on his lap and bounced me because he thought I was just crying for no fucking reason, I guess. He didn't see blood, I don't know. But I just remember being bounced there forever before he was like, shit, I need to take her to the hospital. Then he brought me to the hospital, and then he didn't tell no one. And then my mom found out through town local gossip and showed up and fucking took me from my dad and was like, you didn't tell me our daughter got bit by a dog. Yeah, I'm taking my daughter. You fucking little shit. And just left with me early that week because she was pissed. Which, fair enough, Mom. My mom had a few incidents where she was like, I swear to God, this man. Like, one time she wanted to kill him. Like, she's like, if your father had been in that car that day, I would have killed him. Because he refused to let us move schools. Even though, like, the school we were going to literally had me and my mother would have to wake up before she went to work. So she worked at like 6. So it'd be like 5. She'd pick us up. She'd wake us up, get us some food, and drive us out to a babysitter. And like this would be like 5:30ish in the fucking morning. That she'd just be dropping us off at this fucking lady's house. And we'd stay there, and then we'd go to school, and then she'd pick us up around 4 or 5 from the babysitter's house again. I did this for years, by the way. It's like, a lot of the times when people are like, oh, do you mind getting up in early mornings? I'm like, I don't mind, but I don't like it. I think it's just been ingrained in me from that point. And from the 2 a.m. waking up and sitting in a truck. I don't know. I'm surprisingly more of a morning person than I should be considering that, but I'm like, But yeah, like, she had to do that drive, and there was a snowstorm, because we're in Canada, so there'd be snowstorms all the time. And one of them was so bad, and she was driving through this fucking blizzard. She's driving through a blizzard to get us to this babysitter, so that they could take us, like, so we could go to school that day. And then, like, I think she was almost there, and then she heard on the radio that schools are canceled, and she about lost it. She was like, if your father hadn't been in front of me, he would have been dead. And I'm like, fair enough. I think I would have strangled the man too. I'm like, you wouldn't have to do anything different. Like, it would have been nothing bad would happen to us, like, to my dad for taking us to the school. Because literally there was a bus that could pick us up from our house there. There just wasn't a bus that could pick us up from my mom's place to take us there. So I was like, you would have to make no changes. You would have been fine, but you had to because you're a dick. And I'm like, Mom. And she's like, My mother, it has a lot of patience, and I look at her and go, you did not need to have that much patience. I would have shot the man. And she's like, I know. And then she still even lives in, like, she moved back recently to her hometown area, which she moved away from for a while. And my dad was charged with a lot of bad shit that he did to me and my siblings over the years. He got away with it. Everyone hates him. Most people don't even know where the fuck he is. I think he appears randomly and people are like, ew. Like, people don't like him anymore. Like, he used to be like, now no one likes him. Because shit came out and people are like, oh, you were doing that. And I'm like, I've been saying that for years, but thanks! Like, I didn't run away. I tried to stay at my mother's house because my parents had split custody. I tried to stay at my mom's house twice when I was, like, in high school. Because I was fed up with this shit. I was fed up with being, like... Basically, we were his maids. And we were his sitters. And I felt like I had no life. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I can't... Nope, I'm done. And I tried to stay at my mom's house. And then he'd use abusive tactics to get me back. Like, threatening that I'd never see my siblings again. That kind of shit. Like, beautiful dad, thanks. And, yeah. And, like, one time I remember a teacher came up to me and told me to go home, and then I was, like, breaking my dad's heart, blah, 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 and I was just like, my dad's an abusive fuck. Because I didn't like him when I was older. Like, I did not like him, and I think my battery's dying on one of my things, but, like, when I was a kid, I did not like him. Like, I never really liked my dad. Like, I had moments where I was like, I wish he was a bit nicer, and I wish my parents would get along, but, like, 98% of my childhood, I did not like him. Because I remembered some of the shit. Like, a lot of it I blocked out for years, but things I remembered. He spanked me. He left me alone. He didn't feed us. He was kind of a bitch. He treated us like shit. Talked to us like shit. I didn't like him, especially when I was a teenager. I really didn't like him. Like, I regretted inviting him to a lot of shit. Like, I invited him to my graduation. He took photos, and he left. I don't even think he saw me get my diploma. Then he came to the parent dinner for graduation. And spent the entire time bitching to my mother about my brother. My sister, I mean. But he was my brother. They were my brother then. And, like, bitching to her about him. And I remember everyone was looking at our table. Like, my stepmother at the time, who was still, like, got changed at that point, where she was kind of abusive too. And was just like, honey, shut up. And he's like, nope, going on this tirade. And everyone around us was just, like, not having it. Like, everyone was just in this awkward state. Like, after that, a couple of teachers actually came up to me and apologized. They're like, we thought you were lying. I'm like, I wasn't lying. He's crazy. It was bad. I remember, it was like, we were going to a trip to go to a park afterwards. And, like, literally, I remember my best friend grabbing me and getting me away from the table. I was like, thank God. She's like, it's okay. And I'm like, fuck. And she's like, it's okay, breathe. I'm like, I was so mad. I couldn't do shit. I was like, slowly losing my mind here. And, like, it's not like we were, like, in a restaurant or we were sitting far away. It was an open, we did this in the fucking rink. We're in a rink. There are tables there. And he just went on this tirade. And my mother's like, oh, God. And I'm like, why did I invite him? Like, I got an extra seat for my stepmother. And then my graduation, I got an extra seat for my stepmother and my stepdad. And, like, I remember I regretted it. I'm like, I should have just invited my mom and my stepdad. I should have never invited either of them. Because I had that moment, like, a lot of times in my childhood where I was like, I don't want to invite one of my parents. 98% of the time it was him. A couple of times it was my mother. But, like, most of the time I was like, I don't want him here, please, for the love of God. And I remember, this was just weird bullshit from my childhood, and I'm sorry I've gone on this rant for the last, like, I don't know how long, but this is just weird shit I remember where I'm just like, what the fuck happened? And, like, now me and my friend will talk about, like, past things, and she's like, oh yeah, our reunion's coming up. I'm like, oh fuck. And she's like, yeah, you haven't changed much. I'm like, it's been 3 of these years. 3 of these years since we graduated. Trying not to die. Like, I was dealing with some shit. I haven't really changed a lot, and I realized that. But like, it's one of those weird things. And it's one of those things I talked to like my coworkers about. Like one day, I just went into a full tirade where I was just like, "Yep, my dad did this shit to me," and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "So like he doesn't have kids?" I'm like, "Yes, he has kids," and they're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He was able to keep his kids. And they're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "I know!" Even the judge was like, "The only reason I am not charging you is because I don't have enough evidence, and that is it. I think you did, and I think you're a bastard." And I'm like... There's certain moments where I look back at shit, I'm like, what the fuck? How did he get away with this? And I'm like, oh yeah, because criminal justice system sucks. Like when the Black Lives Matter movement like started up, like I've never been fond of police officers. Just saying this, because they were kind of not helpful when I was a kid. So I never really trusted the cops. Just saying. So like when that stuff, like people are like, you don't trust cops. And I'm like, I've never trusted a cop in my life. Like I think I stopped trusting them after like I was a little girl and I literally held onto one's pants going, I don't want to die. And they were like, just go home. And I was like, yep, they don't give a shit. Like the only reason my case actually went to like court at all was because a police officer who had been abused in the police station that I, like, in my area, didn't turn me away when I went to go report it. She was like, no, you're reporting it here. And I'm like, thank God. And she's like, I'm not sending you back to your hometown to talk to those assholes. And I was like, thank you. And she's like, yeah, that fucking area sucks. I'm like, thank you. So I reported it, went to court, all that fun jazz. Court gave me some money. Mostly went to therapy and diagnosis, which is why I know I have PTSD, well, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Like I was one of the first people that got that. Like it just come out. Like the diagnosis for it had just come out when I got diagnosed. And I was like, yeah, new disorder time. But yeah, as I said, weird shit. And then, like, along with all that other shit, like, I was also, like, a weird, like... I'm, like, one of the last generation of millennials, like... Millennials end with my generation, like, my age. I'm, like... I think that weirds me out, because I'm, like... I should be, like, more common things with, like, these people these ages. So I'm, like, no. I'm a millennial. Sorry about these, like, weird rants I go on randomly. In, like, bullshit. I'm sorry. This is not 98% of the time who I am. I just randomly just go on tirades. Where I'm just like, yeah, this is shit that happened. It shouldn't have, but it did. Like, for a while, I actually thought about making, like, a comic, like, explaining some shit that happened to me, and then I was like, no, that's not healthy for me. Like, living in that headspace, no. Like, I needed to move on. And I did. And I moved provinces, and that really helped. Turns out I really don't like living where I was. Like, my mom's like, you think you'd move back home? And I'm like, no. She's like, oh, no, like, yeah, never. She's like, oh, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I love you guys, but, like, no. Hate to tell you this, Mom, but no. I do not want to go home. Ever. You could not pay me. I want him. Find him, Willie. I look fabulous. Like, I'm not reading any of these. I'm just like, I just want to know that I talked to you. Willie's moved down here. Here, what the fuck? No, you're Harvey. Okay, let's start this fucking icon. Let's go! I wish to beat children! That is my goal in life! You know what I mean. Fucking let's go. Yes. God damn it! A very fucking one! Yes! Fucking yeah! Take that, small children! Nothing forget about. It shall go by our bed. Yeah. Mr. Bun Bun. Also, yes, I'm wearing a straw hat. Don't judge! No one judge me! This will probably be my last day too. Just run through this day. Get some shit done. Get the key boys their shit. Look at me. I look fabulous. Hi, honey. I feel that. I see it's raining now. The beat is gone. Thank you, baby. I feel it all obstacles in our way. Look at all my babies. Go check on my other babies. Babies! Now get back here. Gogeta. There you go. All obstacles in our way. Wait, no. Take that out. I'm gonna go to the keyboards, give them my shit. And then I'll probably end this day. After I plant more parsnips. Actually, one of my coworkers that used to work with me, she moved actually back home where I actually used to live. And she was actually deathly allergic to parsnips. Like, couldn't touch them. I was like, that's a weird allergy. She's like, I know. She has other weird ones. Like, she couldn't eat any dairy. Like, she was also very allergic to that. I was like, this is a weird list. And she's like, I know. What do people want? Not happening, Willie. I'm not even gonna be able to get a fish for that fucking fat ass cat. I've given up. I can see clearly now I cannot fish. No, I don't get that fucking mini game. I am so tired of that goddamn bullshit. But I'm gonna give up. 8 days. Okay, the strawberries are here. I can see clearly now. The booze is gone. I can see all of this shit in my way. I can see clearly now. The booze is gone. But I wanna give up. Look at my fucking bunny. Man, bunny! Anyways, let's go to bed. Yes, we shall sleep. We shall sleep. Sleep, sleep. Sleep time for me. On the moon. On the moon. Kitty's looking at me like, what the fuck, woman? Anyways. Exit to desktop. Let's go here to chat. There. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. I need to replace the batteries in one of my light thingies. That's why it's a bit darker on me. Also, like, I think Peter's moved a bit. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you like these kind of if you like the streams, please follow me here on Twitch. You can also support me on coffee.com/Yashiroreaper. That's ko-fi.com/Yashiroreaper. I'm currently using those funds to get myself a new streaming desktop computer, which means a better webcam. Yay! What else? You can find me on Twitter. That's when you find out what time I'm streaming, what day I'm streaming, all that fun jazz. I normally stream Saturday, Sunday, Monday, at least for this month. I'm going to be streaming a bit more during Christmas because, well, I have nothing else to do. And what else? I have Twitter, I have Instagram, I am on Tumblr, I post art, I do fanfictions on fanfiction.net and AO3. I do a webcomic called The Shadows on Global Comics and Tapastic and Webtoon. I put all these streams up on my YouTube channel. I also have a TikTok, which is 98% stream highlights of my cat, and random singing videos, because why not? Yeah, that's really all I do here on the internet. So thank you guys so very much. I know it's Yashiroreaper all across the web. I love you guys, and see you all in my next stream, which should be Saturday. Bye! Bye! Kitty is laying with me. Her feet on my belly, her belly stretched out in her floof, 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 and her sleepy little face. I have a kitty napping with me.